Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bob Murray, and I'm the Provost for St. Thomas Aquinas College. Welcome to our 64th Commencement Exercises. You may be seated. What a pleasure it is to be here together in person for this special event. How wonderful it is to see whole people and not two-dimensional square Zoom boxes in front of me. As you will hear today from a variety of speakers, today we celebrate more than the academic achievements of the 260 so students seated in front of me. Today we celebrate survival, our capacity for survival, for endurance, and for adaptation. The great Russian writer Leo Tolstoy said it best. He said, "There is something in the human spirit that will survive and prevail. There is a tiny, brilliant light burning in the human heart that will not go out no matter how dark the world becomes." Today, we gather to honor the St. Thomas Aquinas College class of 2021, on whom we place our faith that they will carry that brilliant light forth, the STAC torch, to keep it burning, and with it, bring knowledge and truth. Finally, the senior class has asked that we recognize a beloved member of their class who passed away all too soon. Today would have been Eric Birigitti's birthday and his graduation day as well. And I ask for a moment of silence. And I now ask the graduates to stand. Turn around and give thanks to the people who got you here. Your family and your friends who were there with you through the toughest semesters you've had. Now I'll ask everyone else to stand so we can get started with our national anthem. And I call on graduating senior Matthew Quinones to come to lead us in the anthem. Matthew?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Matthew. Certainly not easy to do anyway, but in a microphone like this, that's quite an achievement. Thank you. And now for our invocation, it is my pleasure to introduce a familiar face, and may I say it's good to see her on stage again with us, President Emerita of the college, Dr. Margaret Fitzpatrick.
Let us pray. O great God, our St. Thomas Aquinas College community has traveled a long road to bring us to this day. The challenges of living through a global pandemic have left us more vulnerable, braver, and a clearer understanding of what is important. We thank you, O God, for the parents of our graduates who gave them life, for their extended family and friends who have sustained them, and for the St. Thomas Aquinas College faculty, staff, and administrators who helped our graduates reach this moment of celebration. We ask you, O God, bless the road ahead to inspire our graduates to be wise, passionate, imaginative, fearless, and to enlighten the world through truth. We thank you, O God, for the presence of Dr. Oswa of Montefiore Medicine. Bless him and guide him in his life-saving ministry. Most gracious and merciful God, walk with us. Let our graduates be your beacon of hope and promise. Let them bring to our world their knowledge and skills and commitment to work hard, not just for themselves, but to create a better world. We ask you this in your name, amen. You may be seated. And now it is my pleasure to introduce you to the 9th president of St. Thomas Aquinas College, President Kenneth Daly. President Daly is an exceptional leader, just who we need at this time in our college history. He brings knowledge, skills, passion, experience, energy, and a commitment to inspire our college community to be outstanding. President Daly, thank you for epitomizing the values of our college mission, for your enthusiasm in moving the college forward, and for your thoughtfulness exhibited in your actions. I am so proud to call you a friend and a colleague. I now ask President Ken Daly for today's commencement and many commencements to come. President Daly.
Thank you, Sister Margaret. It is an honor to be here today and to take the torch from you as president of the college after your 25 wonderful years of leadership. I thank you for your support during the transition and especially for your prayers today. Your prayers have clearly worked and delivered us this beautiful day. At my first commencement, I thought for sure it would be raining sideways. So I am delighted with the weather and delighted to host this event on behalf of our students. I would also like to thank our Board of Trustees, our amazing faculty, our staff and administration, my wife Lori, who is here, the First Lady, supporting our students, for everything you've all done this past year in a world of hybrid learning. Zoom classes, masks, social distancing. I promise you, students, I'll never again ask you to show your green passes in the morning. No more check-in IDs, and no more reminders for me to pull those masks up. In fact, being that we're outdoors and being that you're 6 feet apart, no one will notice if you slightly lower those masks and make yourselves comfortable. I would also like to congratulate the family members, the grandparents, and especially the parents, since I know firsthand how special today is. Most of our graduates were born back in 1999, before the millennium, before Y2K, and even though it feels like just yesterday, in many ways, it was a lifetime ago. In fact, my oldest daughter, Kristen, was also born in 1999, and I always tell her that my wish for her, and today my wish for all of you, is that you live to 100 so that you will have lived in 3 centuries. The late 1900s, here and now, in the 2000s, and dare I say, the year 2100. Think of all the experiences and memories you will have. As you know, this is my first commencement of hopefully many, many more. But today is not about me, it's not about your parents or your grandparents, it's about you. For most of you, today is your first commencement, the first of many. Grad school for some, law school for others, and perhaps, like Dr. Oswa, medical school for some as well. And Dr. Oswa, we are so honored to have you here today. I could not think of a better role model for our students during the year we've had than someone who's led on the front line during the COVID crisis. Thank you so much. Now, as students, you may not realize it yet, but the experiences you've had this year will carry with you for the rest of your lives. I call it a trisis, a triple crisis: health, economic, and social justice. Think about it. The worst health crisis since World War I, the most challenging economy since the Great Depression, and the most concerning issues in terms of social justice since the turbulence of the 1960s. All 3 happening at the same time while you were trying to navigate your way through the final years of college. And you handled it so well, with care, with respect for one another, and most of all, with resilience that you will take forward for the rest of your life. Now, you may remember when I first started, I promised all of you that we would have this commencement in person. I can make a confession now. When I made that promise, I had no idea how we would do it. I didn't know when we would do it, and I certainly didn't know where we would do it, here at a baseball stadium. In fact, this summer I had a chance to throw out the first pitch at a Boulders game. And today I'm honored, in words, to throw out the first pitch at York Commencement. Because that's what a commencement is. It's the first pitch. It's the beginning. I know from an emotional standpoint, it feels like the end of an important chapter, and of course it is. But in so many more ways, it's the beginning of a life of success and fulfillment, a life of giving and receiving. So I have one gift for all of you, and I have one gift that I would like to ask of all of you. My gift for you is all of the support that I can provide and that STAC can provide for the rest of your lives. You now have a lifetime pass to our campus. Come back for events and games, career support. Come back for grad school. In fact, as you know, we recently announced a special scholarship for all of you who want to come back for your first master's, or in some of your case already, for your second master's. For those of you still looking for that first job, we have a skills camp this summer. Come back from that. We're building a new career services office in our alumni building. That's your office at any time throughout your career. And finally, I'm excited to announce and to invite all of you back on July 16th for the commencement for the class of 2020. And we're going to celebrate with them in person right here at the baseball stadium. My ask of all of you is to stay involved with STAC. Become a true Spartan. Attend those events and games. Come back for grad school. But my real ask is to find your true self. Become your true self and give of yourself to others. I think it's fitting, as I'm standing here on a baseball field, that I quote the great Jackie Robinson, who broke the baseball color barrier in 1947. And he said, "A life is only important in the impact it has on others." The impact you have on others. You will make an impact. You will make a STAC impact. Congratulations, class of 2021. Now it is my honor to introduce our chairman and to offer one more special thank you to Peter Skay. As you heard, it was Dr. Fitzpatrick's last year and then my first year. Peter led the transition and worked very closely with me and with our board to ensure a seamless transition on all of your behalf. So I offer Peter a very special and a very personal thank you for his guidance and direction on behalf of all of our students. Peter, thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of St. Thomas Aquinas College, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 64th Commencement Ceremony. This afternoon, St. Thomas Aquinas College, with its motto of "Enlighten the Mind Through Truth," will convey an honorary doctorate of public service upon Dr. Philip Oswa for a lifetime of service to the people of the Lower Hudson Valley. We are also gathered here to celebrate the passing of the baton from our President Emerita, Dr. Margaret Fitzpatrick, to our 9th President, Dr. Kenneth Daly. Most importantly, however, on this beautiful afternoon in May, we have gathered here to recognize and celebrate the academic achievements and success of 362 graduates who today become the newest STAC alumni. This year past year presented many challenges, but through it all, St. Thomas continues to expand on all fronts. For example, this year, the creation of a new Center for Social Justice, a new STEM school, and a new School of Humanities and Social Sciences. We continue to provide our students a preparation for a successful, enriched, and ethical life. STAC is always steadfastly looking forward with an unwavering commitment to excellence. This quality can be found in our outstanding scholastic endeavors, our tradition of championship, sportsmanship, and fair play in all of our NCAA Division II athletic achievements. Once again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations to our graduates and honorees, to the faculty and our administrators, and to our staff. And finally, allow me to extend a most hearty and enthusiastic job well done to you, the parents and family of these outstanding scholars. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a very special guest to deliver our commencement address, Dr. Philip Oswa. Dr. Oswa is President and CEO of Montefiore Medical, the umbrella organization for the 11 hospitals and over 200 outpatient ambulatory sites of Montefiore Health System and the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. A nationally recognized physician, leader, executive, researcher, teacher, and author, Dr. Oswa leads a healthcare system that conducts more than 6 million patient interactions a year. Previously, Dr. Oswa served as professor and university chairman of pediatrics at Albert Einstein College of Medicine and physician-in-chief of the Children's Hospital of Montefiore. Throughout his career, Dr. Oswa has worked to expand access to health care for underserved communities, advanced programs of excellence, fostered innovation in medical education, and improved financial and operational performance by integrating care across a rapidly growing and evolving Montefiore system. Under his leadership, Montefiore Health System's specialties ranked in the top 1% of the nation's hospitals, and the Children's Hospital was recognized as one of America's best children's hospital by U.S. News and World Report. Dr. Oswa has been recognized locally and nationally for excellence in teaching and patient care, including as an inductee into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honors Medical Society and a two-time recipient of the Academic Pediatric Association's prestigious Helfer Award for Innovation in Medical Education. Along with his various awards for teaching and clinical excellence, Dr. Oswa has also been recognized by Modern Healthcare as one of the top 25 COOs in healthcare. I'm going to briefly go off script to tell you what's most inspiring about Dr. Oswa to me. He always seems to remember his primary role is to serve others. He's one of the busiest people I know, and he still finds time to visit patients and give a warm smile, compassionate words, and show sincere concern. Whether it was visiting my son after his tonsils were removed or my father-in-law after a major heart surgery, he always finds the time. And it's apparent that he reminds the thousands of employees, doctors, and staff under him that his organization has one primary function, and that is compassionate patient care. After his commencement address, Dr. Oswa will receive an honorary Doctor of Public Service from St. Thomas Aquinas College. I am proud to introduce as our 2021 commencement speaker, Dr. Philip Oswa. Thank you, Chairman Skay, President Daly, members of the STAC Board of Trustees, members of the STAC faculty, invited guests, and most importantly, the class of 2021. Thank you for the great honor. And Chairman Peter Skay, thank you especially for the warm words. As it turns out, Chairman Skay and I have something in common. Because there was a time when I too went by the name of Peter. Back then, I was the young intern recently arrived from Africa, about to begin my medical specialty education in New York. There was only one other intern of African ancestry, and his name was Peter. So for the better part of a year, maybe a third of the faculty called me Peter. We didn't look anything alike, at least not to me, but they'd say, Peter, I need you to go draw the blood on that patient. So my goal that first year was simply to be called by my name, to commit to the unbridled, unfettered pursuit of excellence, to be so good that they would have no choice but to know my name. Remember the English poet in the 1800s, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who said, "Yes, call me by my pet name. Let me hear the name I used to run at when a child, from innocent play and leave the cowslips piled, to glance up in some face that proved me dear with the look of its eyes. I miss the clear, fond voices which, being drawn and reconciled into the music of heavens undefiled, call me no longer." Speaking of names, on the 10th of March last year, a 57-year-old gentleman walks into Montefiore Hospital. I know his name, although I can't reveal it to you. We'll call him MC. A financial industry executive, he was married, lived in Westchester, and had 2 grown daughters who lived nearby. He walks in complaining of fever and a cough and loss of appetite. Very rapidly, he has massive pneumonias. His kidneys fail. His blood pressure drops. He can no longer breathe on his own. He's placed on a ventilator, and we throw everything we have at him in a bid to save his life. MC was our first patient with COVID-19, but he wasn't our only patient, just the first. The day after he arrived, a second patient walked in. 2 weeks later, 2,000 patients in beds. Suddenly, we were at war. Every bed
on every floor, in every building, in every one of our 13 hospitals was taken up by a COVID patient. Every gym space, every recovery room, every conference room, every available space where a bed could be put in, we put in a bed, and on that bed was a COVID patient. You know, in the second year of the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta in the 5th century BC, the city-state of Athens was struck by the plague of Athens that took tens of thousands of lives. And the heroes then who tended the sick did so in the knowledge that they were putting themselves in harm's way. And so it was that this last year, when the pandemic struck, our people at Montefiore and Einstein rose up and displayed inordinate levels of selfless courage, compassion, and excellence. It was heroism on an epic scale. We lost 30 members of our team in that fight. 5,000 people died at Montefiore from this deadly bug. More than died in New York on the September 11th attacks. Each and every one of them has a name. You've heard a lot about COVID-19 on television. But what you don't see on TV, what you can't really grasp, is how brutal a COVID-19 death is. The human brain is hardwired for survival. And when it can't get the oxygen it needs, there's a powerful panic response. The elite U.S. fighting force, the Navy SEALs, train hard, very hard, to extinguish that underwater panic response. They call it drown proofing. But at Montefiore, this past year, none of our COVID patients was a Navy SEAL. So imagine the choking, the gasping, the sheer terror of knowing you simply cannot get the air in. And it lasts not for a few seconds, as in drowning, but for hours and hours and days. But now we have a cure that can eliminate all of that suffering. A vaccine. Let me be clear. As soon as you can, get it. As for MC, our first COVID patient, he went home in the middle of May. Our team worked tirelessly day and night, bringing all of their excellence to bear to save him and to save tens of thousands of other lives with COVID-19. And so the class of 2021, as you move on, excellence is the key. Commit yourself to the unbridled, unfettered pursuit of excellence. Gather your energies, fire your resolve, embrace the journey, go boldly into the future, and make a name for yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Oswa, for that amazing commencement address. I now invite President Daly to go to the podium to bestow the Honorary Doctorate of Public Service on Dr. Oswa.
Dr. Oswa, thank you again. As I said earlier, you are the perfect role model for our students. They will always remember your name. Thank you. The academic community of St. Thomas Aquinas College, with the authorization of the state of New York, is privileged to bestow honoris causa the degree of Doctor of Public Service upon you, Dr. Philip O. Oswa. Congratulations again. Beautiful remarks. Thank you. One to add to your collection.
I now ask President Daly to remain at the podium for the formal conferring of the degrees on today's graduates. Will the candidates for all degrees please rise? Of all the things I have to say in my job, this is my favorite thing. President Daly, on behalf of the wonderful faculty of St. Thomas Aquinas College, I present to you these members of the class of 2021, and I recommend that you confer upon them the degrees to which their courses of study entitle them, contingent upon successful completion of their requirements.
With pleasure, Dr. Murray, with pleasure. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Thomas Aquinas College, and in accordance with the regulations of the Board of Regents of the State of New York, I proudly confer upon you the degree in your prescribed course of study, and I bestow upon you all pertaining rights and privileges. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You may be seated. And I now invite Dr. Heath Bowen, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, to come forward to present the recipients of all degrees from the School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Bowen.
Will the recipients of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations. Carly Angel Agresta, summa cum laude. Raymond Daniel Amato. Andres Fernando Aponte. Alyssa Marie Armandi. Michael Thomas Babington. Thomas Backman. Justin Thomas Bayens. Gianna Elizabeth Babuso. Luke Aaron Broderick. Alexander J. Bruin. Madeline Quinn Boochley. Alexandra Cacciola. Diana Marie Ciatti, cum laude. Thomas Cameron, cum laude. Anthony Raul Canella, magna cum laude. Joseph Daniel Carlone, magna cum laude. Allison Patricia Cassidy, magna cum laude. Giselle Castro. Sarah Louise Colati. Angelica Cortez. Daniel John Costello, magna cum laude. Jessica Gray Crowfoot. Samantha Nicole Davila, magna cum laude. Lucas de Freitas Gamares. Christopher Diaz. Taylor Ann Drain. Mary Elizabeth Drizzle, cum laude. Connor Durkin. Peter Sebastian Duton. Ibrahim Aliyan, magna cum laude. James Patrick English. Kiara Renee Facey.
You get the award for the loudest crowd.
Stephen Richard Finkel. Katie Mary Flanagan. Nicholas Flannery. Joseph Frias.
Now we can make a lot of noise for you. Just put your- Good job.
Which one is this? Joseph Frias. Oh, Joseph Frias. Sorry. Nicole Alilia Gabriel. Gianna Philomena Galou. Annabelle Garcia. Ryan Michael Gardner.
Yeah, you can take it off here and stand here for a photo.
Thomas Jonathan Gardner, summa cum laude. Daniel Reen Gentile. Skylar Jean Gibb, cum laude. Manuel Ralph Gutierrez. Jade Alexis Hall. Casey Ann Hannon. Chelsea Breeze Harrison. Catherine Hilario Severino. Jennifer Huerta. Daniel George Intrator. Melvin John, cum laude. Daniel Timothy Johnson. Javante Joseph Johnson. Patrick Jude Kennedy. Abigail Therese Kimbrell, summa cum laude. Valerie Lopez, cum laude. Anthony Lou Girard. Everett David Magana. Anthony Michael Malfitano. Caitlin Michelle Moline. Camille Rose Martinez, magna cum laude. Ryan McKenna. Neve Mckevitt, summa cum laude. George Misa Nkrumah. Kevin A. Meredith. Odalis Mong Gutierrez. Nicholas James Mordo. Kevin Joseph Mulgrew. Stephanie Muser-Lean. Kyle Roland Norbeck. Jean Raymond O'Seal. Elise Oliande. Jennifer Orozco. Patrick Anthony Owens. Alina Isabella Pena. Pamela Maria Peralta. Ashley Michelle Pereira. Kaylee Pissner. Salvatore Francis Pizzolo. Felicity Erica Popovich, summa cum laude. Alexandra Rose Presti, magna cum laude. Michelle Del Rey Privitali. Ryan Patrick Quinlan. Justin Richard Rosenberg. Joseph Silverio Ruotolo. Madeline K. Sabatino. Michael Robert Sackman, magna cum laude. Ariel Meredith Salmon. Jason Moises Salva. Yesenia Santana. Morgan Helena Santora. John Anthony Schuer. Rachel Lauren Schneider. Samantha Nicole Scholick, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Schweitzer. Jaron Paul Scott. Emma May Sheedy. Mahmoud Shadid. Alexandra Squalaro. Siddiqui E. St. George. Amanda Nicole Sturm, magna cum laude. Conche Surinarinter. Zachary Teets. Gabriella Testa. Jason Wei-Sing Tom, magna cum laude. Paige Louise Toothaker, summa cum laude. Cassandra Torres. Jaden Nicole Vargas. Naomi Anise Ozodia Vasquez. Jade Alexis Westhoven. Christina Lisette Willems, summa cum laude. Tolant Zakli. Anasia Aeya Olivia Young. Jennifer Juliana Zeese. Will the recipients of Masters of Public Administration degrees please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations. John Fazal Bati. Megan Kathleen Burke. Molly Rose Connor. Mindy R. Elkins. Joy A. Gallagher. Tiana Marie Nunez, with distinction. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Bowen. I now ask Professor Michael Murphy, Dean of the School of Business, to please come forward to present the recipients of all degrees from the School of Business. Dean Murphy.
Thank you, Dr. Murray. Will the recipients of Bachelor of Science degrees with majors in accounting, finance, hospitality management, marketing, or sport management please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations. Azman Hassan. Harrison V. Amikuchi. Vincent A. Barreto III. Jonathan Breyer. Andrew Patrick Brooks. Dante Brown. Daniel Patrick Burke. Nicholas Anthony Capote. Christian R. Cordona, cum laude. Nathan Richard Celestin. Jonathan Cepeda. Suzanne Renee Clark, summa cum laude. Lauren Jennifer Conte, magna cum laude. Cameron Cruz. Nicole DeGraw. Yay, Nicole. Joel Duran. Jason Stephen Enriquez, cum laude. Jenna Nicole Feinberg. Sean Daniel Flaherty, summa cum laude. Bodie T. Gallo. Sergio Garcia Santa Marina Martin. Michael Paul Gonaud. Jasmine Yvette Gonzalez. Kevin Robert Hargrove. Emily Ann Hayden. Timothy William Henyon, magna cum laude. Kyle T. Kondraki. James Lang. Franklin Liriano. Aljaz Mack. Michael S. Maron. Ryan John McManus, magna cum laude. Samuel Harris Navarin. Aslan Serena Nunez. Alyssa Noel Ponella, summa cum laude. Matthew Ray Quinones, summa cum laude. Timothy Connor Rocky. Brian Antonio Rodriguez. Christopher Roldan. James William Ryan. Federico Scaglione, summa cum laude. Tyler John Senator. Michael Morahan Shine. Belen A. Shinnon. Travis Devon Short. Erica Marie Smith. Carter E. Taylor, summa cum laude. Michael Thomas Ty. Taylor Brooke Trinidad. Ryan Walsh. Michelle Joanne Winter, cum laude. Kayla Cobelli, summa cum laude. Will the recipients of Master of Business Administration degrees please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations. Gerald L. Abilar. Matthew James Corsi, with distinction. Daniel Patrick Kremen. Laura Ashley DiLorenzo, with distinction. Jennifer Chris Farrell. Tyler Himmelfarb, with distinction. Gregory Thomas Iannicelli, with distinction. Alex Mack. Frank J. Chavone. Shannon Marie Thompson with distinction. Oscar D. Velasquez. Congratulations, School of Business graduates.
Thank you, Dean Murphy. I now invite Dr. Meenakshi Gajria, Dean of the School of Education, to please come forward to present the recipients of all degrees from the School of Education. Dr. Gajria.
Thank you, Dr. Murray. Will the recipients of Bachelor of Science degrees in Education and Educational Studies and the recipients of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science degrees with teacher certification please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations? Isabel Aquino Diaz. Michelle Nicole Arico. Sean Michael Benson. Danielle Anna Caju. Anthony John Carpentieri. Kimberly Erin Chirella. Kristen Lauren Chirella. Siobhan Mary Collins. Crystalline Yoani Contreras. Anastasia Creighton, cum laude. Julia Crespo. Alexandra DiNardo, summa cum laude. Nicholas Austin DiPietro, summa cum laude. Fiona Elizabeth Donahue, summa cum laude. Allison Eliopoulos, summa cum laude. Lauren Annette Fontana, cum laude. Sheila Kate Gilmartin. Henry Erskine Hawkins. Aaliyah Hemmings. Maria de Lourdes Enriquez, cum laude. Liana Guojen Jago. Haley Nicole Casullis, summa cum laude. Zachary Paul Cronenberg. Haley Ann Leiter. Jessica A. Ligero, cum laude. Christina Nicole Lodato. Kevin Thomas Lynch. Christina Carla Marezzo, summa cum laude. Megan Colleen McCarran, summa cum laude. Victoria Ann McNamara, magna cum laude. Julia Elizabeth Meholig, magna cum laude. Emily Page Millman, magna cum laude. Daniel Allen Monarchy, summa cum laude. Mackenzie R. Moreau, magna cum laude. Jessica Amanda Morrow, summa cum laude. Lauren Nicole Nobleon. Benny Panayotu, summa cum laude. Paul Matthew Pacenti. Michael James Rappo. Dolores Anna Rinaldi. Ariel S. Rodriguez, cum laude. Kaylee Alana Ryan, cum laude. Andrea Rose Saladino. Jordan Schofield, magna cum laude. Crystal Ann Torres. Johann Joseph Warham, summa cum laude. Will the recipients of the Masters of Science in Education, Masters of Science in Teaching, and Postmasters Professional Certificate please come forward to receive their diploma and our congratulations. Heba V. Abdu, with distinction. Got it. Juliana Marie Brown. Christopher Carroll, with distinction. Judith Lillian Collins, with distinction. Kiara Mary Donahue, with distinction. Francesca Fanelli. Donald Foley. Brianna Rose Garcia. Justine Marie Gizzi, with distinction. Michael Christopher Goff. Taylor Marie Gorman, with distinction. Sarah Patricia Lawler Urso. Sean M. Lockhart, with distinction. Caitlin J. Ludwig, with distinction. Jillian Bridget Lynch, with distinction. Michelle Jenny Macalina. Roseanne Marciano, with distinction. Jacqueline Marie Morris, with distinction. Kayla D. Nash. Amanda Nicole Nicastro, with distinction. Lauren Nicole Orta. Dina Elena Palagudis, with distinction. Susanna Panero. Olivia M. Payne, with distinction. Melissa Ann Peters, with distinction. Victoria Ann Russo, with distinction. Valentina Valencia Velardes, with distinction. Sarah Joan Vella, with distinction. Gina Marie Velarde. Gabrielle S. Voorhees. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Gajria, and let's hear it for the class of 2021. I now call on Dr. Ryan Wynn to recognize those graduates who today are completing the honors program of study. Dr. Wynn.
It is my pleasure to recognize the following students for completing the honors program curriculum here at St. Thomas Aquinas College. Honors program students, please stand when your name is read to be recognized for your accomplishments. Suzanne Renee Clark. Kayla Cobelli. Sarah Louise Colati. Ni Dang. Samantha Nicole Davila. Nicholas Austin DiPietro. Mary Elizabeth Drissel. Ibrahim Elian. Gianna Philomena Galou. Timothy William Henyon. Abigail Therese Kimbrell. Kevin Thomas Lynch. Rebecca McLeod. Christina Carla Moretzo. Neve Mckevitt. Daniel Allen Monarchy. Mackenzie R. Moreau. Jessica Amanda Moreau. Alyssa Noella Panella. Morgan Helena Santora. Rachel Leah Spagnola. Jason Weissing Tom. Congratulations to the Honors Program Class 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Wynn. Congratulations, students. I now call on Ms. Mary Voda, Director of Student Success, to recognize those students who today are completing the Aquinas Leaders Program of Study. Ms. Voda.
The Aquinas Leaders Program was started in St. Thomas Aquinas in 2014. The program is designed to provide students in all majors with a focused opportunity to gain 200 hours of practical experience in their chosen field of study. We guide our leaders toward experiential learning opportunities, both on and off campus, for science research, marketing, social media, graphic design, teacher education, and a variety of positions relating to all of our majors. Most students design their own experiences off campus in an appropriate setting based on their long-term goals. We have doctors, business owners, artists, teachers, scientists, and graduate students among our Aquinas Leader alumni now. Felicity Popovich, a social science major, used her learning experiences to help her find her passion, and she will begin her master's in the social work program at NYU on the STAC campus this fall. Alexandra Presti, a criminal justice major, said that she was kind of forced out of her comfort zone when she decided on an internship with the Ramapo Police Department. She plans on taking the police exam after graduation and becoming a police officer. Matt Domville, a biology teacher education major, has already accepted a position as a high school biology teacher. Camille Martinez, a psychology major, did many of her observation hours in the psychology field and is entering a master's program in clinical mental health counseling this fall. We've had students stay local in their experiential learning, and we've had students intern in the British Parliament, sail on a schooner in search of whale sharks in Honduras, work in research labs in Colorado and South Carolina, intern with the FBI, work with nonprofits, or work with children in educational settings, and start their own businesses, all while still being an undergraduate. All of our students have similar but varied success stories. In fact, there are a handful of Aquinas Leaders alumni who are also graduating today from one of our master's programs. The following Aquinas Leader undergraduate students earned their bachelor's degree today and have earned our collective congratulations. Please stand as I announce your name. Harrison Amakuchi, Michelle Arico, Danielle Keju, Joseph Carlone, Thomas Cardi, Giselle Castro, Lauren Conti, Matthew Domville, Thomas Gardner, Jade Hall, Lillian Hansen, Kyle Kondracki, Anthony Malfitano, Camille Rose Martinez, Victoria McNamara, Alina Pena, Elise Olean, Felicity Popovich, Alexandra Presti, Matthew Quinones, Michael Sackman, Andrea Saladino, Amanda Stern, and Taylor Trinidad. Congratulations to the Aquinas Leaders and to the entire class of 2021.
Thank you, Mary. I'm pleased today to start a new tradition at St. Thomas Aquinas College. This year, for the first time, we'll be hearing from the two students who have the highest and second highest GPAs among all students who began here as freshmen, a salutatorian and a valedictorian. First, I would like to introduce our very first salutatorian, Neve Mckevitt. Neve, please come to the podium. I'll tell you a little bit about Neve. She makes the walk up. In her time with us, Neve has been a member of the honors program, a captain of women's soccer, a member of the COVID task force, a member of the Fed Challenge team in 2019 and 2020, a student representative for the School of Arts and Sciences to the Curriculum Committee, part of the KPMG University Mentorship Program. She made the ECC Commissioner's Honor Roll, and she is on our Distinguished Dean's list. Neve graduates today with a degree in history and a minor in economics. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our 2021 salutatorian, Neve Mckevitt.
Sorry, just waiting for the wind to die down. Good afternoon. I would like to begin by thanking President Daly, Dr. Murray, Dr. Oswa, Dr. Fitzpatrick, and Mr. Skay. I'm so excited and honored to be here giving this speech today. I'm happy to look out upon a crowd of faces that have influenced and shaped me over the past 4 years. I came to America when I was 18 years old. I'd never stepped foot in Rockland County before, let alone seen STAC's campus. I moved into my dorm with help from a teammate's parents. I didn't even know what a comforter was, so thank you to Michael and Audrey Colotti for making sure I had everything I needed. As I tried to settle into a new life on campus, I was soon told something that would become somewhat of a mantra over the next few years. STAC is a community and the people make the place. I didn't quite understand what they meant at first, but I quickly realized. While taking Introduction to Psychology with Dr. Wagner, I soon found out that professors at STAC are more than just educators. They care for their students and have a deep understanding of the complex ups and downs that come with undergraduate life. I now cannot walk from Spelman to Maguire without stopping to chat with Dr. Wagner about UK politics, current affairs, or the most recent episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. As the semesters roll by, I realized that Dr. Wagner was not the exception, but the rule. All the professors I have been fortunate enough to interact with have demonstrated a devotion to their work and the lives of their students. Dr. Wynne has worked endlessly to create an amazing honors program that has benefited every student involved and encouraged us all to be academically curious. While taking European history, Dr. Ngolia asked me to stay behind after class one day so he could give me a pack of imported English cookies that he'd found at a local farmer's market. He did not know how homesick I was at the time, and so he did not know how impactful this small act of kindness would be. My advisor, Dr. Bowen, got to know me as an individual and helped me tailor my classes and schedule to suit my educational needs. It was also Dr. Bowen who recommended I try economics, which has been one of the greatest things I ever did. If you've not taken an introduction to economics class with Dr. Mihal, you're both missing out and incredibly lucky. I took up an economics minor and never has a minor felt so major. It has been one of the most challenging and fulfilling academic experiences of my entire life. Dr. Mihal and Dr. Trendafilov have poured so much into the program, and I'm grateful for everything they have done. All of this is to say that STAC is a family built by the tremendous care and effort of everyone involved. And this extends far beyond the professors. From the amazing opportunities afforded by Maureen Mulhern and the work of the Career Development Office, to the smile that greets me every time I pick up a parcel from Carol-Lee's stall at the mailroom, my overwhelming memories of my time at STAC will be the kindness and care that the college has treated me with. It is true to say I would not be here today without the people who have supported me tirelessly. So thank you to each and every one of my professors, both those I have named in this speech and those I haven't equally. Thank you to my teammates, with a special mention to Mackenzie, Sarah, Alex, and Christina, and Fiona, who are all graduating with me today. And most importantly, thank you to my family. They, of course, couldn't be here today due to travel restrictions, but they are tuning in from over 3,500 miles away. I love and miss you all greatly, and do not think I will be ever able to thank you enough for every sacrifice you've made to get me here. I'm happy to be graduating today, but the feeling is truly bittersweet. I am sad to leave behind a place that has been home to me since 2017, and I know I'm not the only one here today who feels that way. So congratulations to the class of 2021, and thank you all for contributing to the community that has been an integral part of my life for the past 4 years.
Thank you, Neve. Now I would like to introduce our very first valedictorian, Daniel Monarchy. Daniel, please come to the podium. Daniel graduates today as a social sciences and adolescent education major from Red Hook, New York. In high school, Dan was the lead driver for his school robotics team and a passionate fan of history, which inspired his decision to attend our School of Education, with the goal of becoming a high school history teacher. Aside from academics, Dan has participated in many different aspects of student life here at STAC. He's been a member of the STAC chapter of Alpha Phi Omega Service Fraternity, a board member of the Education Club, an avid member of the STAC Comedy Club, and even attended a few meetings of the STAC Science Club. As a member of the School of Education 5-year program, Daniel will be back on campus in the fall pursuing his master's in special education. I'm pleased to introduce Daniel Monarchy.
First, I would like to thank Dr. Murray for that introduction. I would also like to thank President Daly and Dr. Oswa for their wonderful words of encouragement. Give my thanks to Dr. Fitzpatrick for leading us in that beautiful prayer, and give my thanks to the Board of Trustees for all that they do for the school. In addition, I would like to thank all the professors here at St. Thomas Aquinas College for their help and support, not just for me, but to all of us over the years. Drs. Gajria, Bowen, Chattervetti, Finnegan, Ingoglia, Lowe, Heath, McElhenney, Martin, Wynn, Professor Rockwell, and so many more. I know I wouldn't be here without the support I was shown, and I'm sure that many of my classmates would agree that your help was invaluable to us. Additionally, I would like to thank my classmates for their friendship and their camaraderie during my time here at STAC. You all made it a home away from home for me. I consider myself so lucky to be your class valedictorian and to have the privilege to speaking to you all today. Lastly, I want to give a special thank you to all the family members here today. I'd like to give thanks to our families for helping us to get to this point. I know I couldn't have done it without mine. Class of 2021, congratulations. We did it. We are Spartan graduates. We've accomplished so much this year, and we've certainly earned our degrees today. Classmates and colleagues, I look out at this crowd of tomorrow's doctors, teachers, scientists, psychologists, engineers, artists, journalists, and so much more. Sorry. No matter why we came to STAC, we now celebrate this monumental achievement together. Many of us came to STAC in 2017, right out of high school, with a passion for learning and full of excitement to begin a new chapter of our lives. Others joined our class in more recent years with the goals of finishing their studies or even entering into entirely new professions. Through thick and thin, facing unexpected odds, we've overcome and we've accomplished a truly magnificent feat. Looking at you all, I feel a sense of pride, and I hope that you all do too. Not only have we graduated from St. Thomas Aquinas College, which is impressive on its own, but we also graduated from Zoom University too. Right? I feel it's important to acknowledge that we graduated in the most trying time in recent history. College is supposed to be the most enjoyable time in our lives. And the world dealt us a hand that kind of threw a wrench in that plan. I know I'm not the only person to turn 21 and 22 here in this crowd in a pandemic, and I'm sure many of us were in the same boat when the pandemic derailed normalcy for a bit. We switched from the normal classroom experience that we had all expected to the complex and exhausting format of online learning. Suddenly, our dorms, our bedrooms, and our homes became the classroom as we zoomed in from all over the world. Despite the trials and tribulations that we met in this new format of learning, we persevered, we adapted, and we succeeded. Some wind. Life is never completely without its challenges, and it is our ability to adapt to these challenges that separates us and sets us apart from the rest. We came together as Spartans and we did our best, and it brought us to today's commencement. Today is a day of celebration, but it is also a bittersweet day. This is the first time that we have been together in over a year, and it may be the last time as well. For many, this is the end of your time in academics, and you're about to embark on new journeys into the professional world, an unfamiliar place, but one in which I know you will find great success. For others, we're on track to start pursuing our master's degrees, or even higher, and we're ready for a brief break before we return to our studies. I know I am. This may be the last time that we see all our friends together for some time. As the Spartan families we have formed get ready to spread our wings and leave the STAC nest. For our parents and guardians, today is just as bittersweet. The joy and pride that you all feel in watching your children cross the stage and receive their diplomas isn't just a sign that we have succeeded, but you have as well. Your kids have received their college degrees, and they're heading on to whatever's next for them. Take a moment and reflect. This is it, guys. We did it. It might be a little sad, but that's okay. At the fear of sounding corny, I will leave you with this quote from the late, great Tony Stark, who I believe said it best when he said, "Part of the journey is the end. Everything's going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to." Many of us have reached the end of our journey at STAC, but we've only reached the beginning of our life's journey, and I'm positive that you will all succeed in your journeys moving forward exactly the way you're supposed to. Congratulations, class of 2021. I'm gonna miss you. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Daniel. I now ask Dr. Kirk Manning, Vice President and Dean of Student Development, to come to the podium to present Gold and Silver Key Awards. Dr. Manning.
Thank you, Dr. Murray. It is my great pleasure to recognize some of our outstanding student leaders from the class of 2021. It's especially pleasing to do this at the home ballpark of our Spartans, who, with a record of 25 wins and 3 losses, will begin play for the conference championship on the road this weekend. That's just one example of the accomplishments of our students during this challenging year. And I congratulate everyone who has enhanced the STAC experience by participating not just in athletics, but in the arts, in our social justice and equity initiatives, and in all of our outside the classroom activities. The Gold and Silver Key Awards are St. Thomas Aquinas College's way of honoring outstanding student leaders, now graduating, who so strongly have demonstrated the ability and the desire to lead others in the accomplishment of common goals, and who, throughout their time here, have demonstrated outstanding attributes of personal character. When your name is read, please stand and be recognized. After the ceremony, please see Mrs. Kathy Zimmerman at a table near section 101 to pick up your award. The recipients of the Gold Key Service Award are Michael Paul Ganud, Abigail Therese Kimbrell, Samuel Harris Navarin, and Matthew Ray Quinones. The recipients of the Silver Key Service Award are Nicholas Austin DiPietro, Mary Elizabeth Drissel, Gianna Philomena Galou, Haley Nicole Casullis, Christina Nicole Lodato, Christina Carla Marezzo, George Mizo Nkrumah, Michael James Rappo, Alexandra Rose Presti, Siddiqui E. St. George, and Paige Louise Toothaker. Congratulations to all of those honorees. Please be seated. I'm also pleased to announce the winner of the Terrence Cardinal Cook Award, the highest award offered for service outside the classroom. This year's recipient is Annabelle Garcia. Annabelle has served the college in a multitude of ways outside of the classroom, participating in some of the most important and influential activities available to her. She has served as the student representative to the college's Board of Trustees Student Development Committee, as a resident assistant, a member of our Social Justice and Equity Forum, and has been an officer in our Student Government Association. Annabelle is also a member of Psi Chi, the International Honor Society of Psychology. It is my pleasure and my honor to bestow the Terrence Cardinal Cook Award to Annabelle Garcia. Congratulations to all of our honorees.
Thank you, Dr. Manning. It's now my pleasure to recognize students who are receiving special academic awards today. First, the John Roberts Award for Excellence in Literary Study. Will Felicity Popovich please stand? John Roberts was a good friend of mine for many years and a distinguished member of our English faculty, and he passed away in 2012. His family left a legacy that allows us to honor the student with the highest GPA in literary studies. This year's winner is Felicity Popovich. Felicity embodies the ideal student, intelligent, insightful, and engaged. The faculty in the English department felt honored to have her among us to deepen our discussions of literature. She often supplemented and even enhanced our instruction by serving as a tutor in the writing lab. And while we had to share her with her other major, psychology, we were rewarded when her work in one discipline informed her work in the other. We are so thrilled that she's utilizing her many talents to pursue a degree in social work. Congratulations, Felicity. Next, the Sister Regina Rozer Dolan Award. Will Taylor Marie Gorman please stand? The Sister Regina Rozer Dolan Award was established in 1990. It is awarded annually for the highest academic excellence in our graduate education program. This year, the award goes to Taylor Gorman. After her bachelor's degree in math and adolescence education in 2019 from Marist College, Taylor joined the School of Education for a master's in special education, grades 7 through 12. Passionate about mathematics and teaching, Taylor strives to increase her understanding of students with disabilities and the different accommodations, modifications, and teaching strategies that can be used in the classroom to help these students grow as learners. She successfully applied her studies to her teaching practice and has worked full-time while attending STAC, last year as a middle school teaching assistant and currently as a high school leave replacement math teacher. We wish her a long career as a mathematics and special education teacher. Congratulations, Taylor. Next, the winners of the Francis Cardinal Spellman Award, will Haley Nicole Casullis and Daniel Allen Monarchy please stand? The Francis Cardinal Spellman Award is given to students with the highest grade point average for a transfer student and for a four-year matriculating student. First, Haley Nicole Casullis. Today, Haley is graduating with a childhood education degree and will be pursuing her master's in special education at STAC starting this summer. Haley transferred to St. Thomas from Stonehill College in Massachusetts, and once here, she made herself right at home, becoming a member of multiple collegiate honor societies, including Alpha Chi, Kappa Delta Pi, and Sigma Tau Delta, and served as STAC's student government treasurer for 2 years before student teaching. Please offer our congratulations to Haley Nicole Casullis. Next, Daniel Monarchy. There's not much left to say about Daniel, since we just saw him on stage giving a great valedictorian address. I will only add now that Daniel graduates today with his degree in social sciences and a certificate in adolescence education, and with the highest GPA among all students in his entering class. Please offer congratulations and appreciation for Daniel Monarchy. And finally, the Betty LaSala Award. Will Abigail Kimbrell please stand? Betty LaSala devoted her professional life to teaching science and chairing the science division on the secondary level in the New York City public school system. She worked tirelessly to awaken in her students the excitement that exists in discovering new insights in biology, ecology, and related scientific fields. Betty educated several thousand students, and the lessons she imparted to them helped them to be successful not only in the scientific fields they pursued in college, but also in their daily lives. In memory of her life, her husband, children, and grandchildren have established a commemorative scholarship here at St. Thomas Aquinas, and in addition, the college has decided to recognize in Betty's name a graduating senior who has earned the highest GPA in the sciences. This year's winner is Abigail Kimbrell. Abby has been one of the most high-performing students from her first semester freshman year until this last semester of her senior year. She has competed for the track and distance running team and was president of the science club and is well-deserving of the LaSala Award for exemplary accomplishments, both in and out of the classroom. Congratulations, Abigail. And I now call on Mr. Dan Cummings and Rabbi Dan Pernick from our campus ministry team to offer our benediction for the day.
You know what? You've been sitting a long time. Can I invite you to rise? Take it away.
Psalm 133 says, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is that we are able to come together." For the past 14 months, most of us have been avoiding getting together, and we are indeed grateful for the opportunity to celebrate together today. So much has changed in the past 14 months. How we learned, how we worked, how we socialized, how we worshiped, and how we dressed. To our incredible graduates, regardless of where life takes you, there are 3 truths upon which you can depend. First, things will change. Second, your ability to adapt to those changes will play a big role in how successful your life will be. Third, the education you received at St. Thomas Aquinas College has provided you with the toolbox to make those changes. The past 14 months has reinforced the truth that we are living in a highly polarized society. Realizing your dreams in such a society is less about pounding others on the head with your truth
Rather, it is about making your way successfully through the maze of life.
To the graduates of St. Thomas Aquinas College, class of 2021, as a community, we congratulate you. When you all began your college education, you never could have foreseen what the future would hold. However, you adapted. Your families and friends adapted. And your college adapted, even in the midst of a change of leadership. That is what has helped to bring you to this day on which we celebrate your accomplishments. Whatever our career choice, we understand that if we want to learn how to succeed, we should look at what brought others success. Of course, we also need to look outside the box at times. In closing, stay on your toes, keep your eyes and ears open, and be prepared. Opportunity awaits you, but it is up to you to make the right decisions. So many have done so much to get you to this day, from family, friends, and the faculty, staff, and administration of St. Thomas Aquinas College. Now, the future is yours. Carpe diem, seize the day. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you all for attending these 64th Commencement Exercises. My thanks to all the amazing colleagues for putting this together today, especially Mr. Norman Hewling, whose tireless efforts ensured that everything went smoothly. Thanks also to the New York Boulders, and Sean Riley in particular, to Pat Lambert and his crew, Jim Houston and our own students working the cameras, and Brad Sarno working the audio. I ask the students to please wait for the stage party, the Board of Trustees and the faculty to process down the aisle and then join the procession behind the faculty. To the audience, I ask one more time, let's hear it for the class of 2021. Thank you all, and have a good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the St. Thomas Aquinas College class of 2021. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Hey,